And now for something completely different. I've come to conclusion kid will probably be better off homeschooled, so I'm feeling better. And I've decided to do a totally gratuitous snippet of Heart of Light, the novel just delivered to Bantam a couple of weeks ago. Right now I'm revising proposals for Bean and working on the next one of the series, Soul of Fire. Without further ado, the opening of Heart of Light, the 28th of August 1889. The countryside outside Melton Mowbray, Leicestershire. Midnight. The town was closed for the night, and the shops selling the famous pork pies and Stilton cheese were firmly shut and dark, as were the homes of the good burghers. All the estates on the outskirts were quiet and dark. Here and there, only, the occasional candle shone or a mage lantern flared in an otherwise silent night, heralding a sick room being checked, or a nurse looking in on a child, or perhaps a reveler returning late from some private party, and tracing his way back to his room. These lights appeared like trailing comets in the greater darkness and vanished, leaving only stillness behind and the great silent sleeping night. No light shone at the forswear many chimney-crowned home of Lord Whitefield, friend of the Queen, and it was rumored the head of her magical secret service. The house stood dark and closed against the pernicious night air, respectable and silent from the servant quarters to the upper stories. There, startlingly, one window was flung open to the night, the white curtains fluttering in the warm nocturnal breeze like a flag of surrender. But for Lord Whitefield, plucked from his bed in the middle of the night, grasped by a many-teethed mouth and flown to a nearby field, it was too late for surrender. He lay in a meadow, not far from his house, a meadow across which he'd walked just that morning. It seemed so far away, that man who could stride across the meadow, that man in control of his own destiny, that man who had for 50 years stood astride the politics of magic in Great Britain. Right then, Lord Whitefield, in a pool of his own blood, on the soft grass, could only think of breathing, and breathing again and desperately holding on to the life that was ebbing away from him. He could only feel his heartbeat, rasp one more breath in, one more out, and try not to scream out the pain that racked his shattered, torn body. Through a haze of sweat and blood, he saw the dragon's snout hovering, bloodied, over him. Those teeth, those claws, had taken his pride and his self-sufficiency and his life. Bite by bite and tear by tear, till nothing remained. Now the reptilian mouth opened, showing the sharp teeth, and the forked tongue flickered at the blood-spattered muzzle. "Have you told me all?" it asked, its voice more hiss than speech. Desperately, fearing only an increase to the pain, all thought of honor and integrity forgotten with the dreams of power and empire, Lord Whitefield nodded. "Good," the dragon said. As the bright flashing teeth descended for the coup de grace, Lord Whitefield spared a last thought for Nigel Oldall. And hoped against hope the young man wouldn't suffer too much. If you like this content and want to support this channel, the blog, and Sarah's continued writing, please like and subscribe. If you really enjoy the content, please come and join the fun at accordingtohoot.com.